You're listening to UCW Radio.
In your face.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Oh, have I got your attention now?
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
You know what I mean?
Money to be made in a place like this.
Money never sleeps, pal.
You're crazy. Don't run when you lose. Don't whine when it hurts.
You know what it takes to sell real estate? It takes brass.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
All right, welcome to Money Never Sleeps. This is a show where we talk about anything and everything that impacts the flow of money from around the corner to around the world. And I want to thank you again for joining us and listening to my rants on certain topics. Today, I want to speak about Ripple, about Tesla stock tokens, about Coinbase, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies, and what's going on with Kraken and Binance and regulation. The bottom line here is that Tesla, as everyone knows, they went out and they acquired $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and it accrued in value, is sitting on their books, so on and so forth. They're allowing for people to utilize Bitcoin to buy Tesla cars, but that's not the whole story now. Now, Tesla, they're going to have Tesla stock tokens. Well, they're not going to have them. They have them as of today. As of today, on Binance, you can actually buy them, but not if you're in the U.S., Turkey, or mainland China. Okay, there are restrictions there, but what it's doing and what Elon Musk is essentially doing, he's basically allowing investors to buy fractional shares of his stock without actually having to split the stock up. He's allowing you to do this, which is going head to head with the Robinhoods in the world and other brokerage firms that are allowing this right now. So it's going to be very interesting. Granted, it's just for Tesla itself. The regulation is a little spotty on that. And the reason this is evident is because it's not allowed in the U.S. It's not allowed in the United States. So you can't do that here. Although how they have it set up is that Tesla stock tokens, they will settle in Binance USD. That's a stable token and basically is based on the US dollar. So it becomes somewhat interesting. And I think it's going to set yet another precedent for things to come and the things that you're going to see coming down the pike. And there are going to be a lot of changes happening in the crypto space, and it's beyond Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one part of the story. There's a bigger story going on here, and you have the likes of you have other groups that have been basically dabbling in crypto for some time and Bitcoin for some time. Okay, and now what Tesla is doing, they're ramping it up. All right, Coinbase going public or has gone public already. I believe the symbol is going to be coin. Don't know if it's trading today. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it may be. But I think sometime this week it's happening. The reality is people think that great Coinbase is a great buy. It's fantastic, and the reality is that Coinbase, they are a custodian. They're an exchange. They're a custodian for these coins, right? So if you have Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, they show the market on it, they put it out there, but they hold on to it as a custodian. Now with Goldman Sachs and what they announced just recently, that they're getting in the game. They're getting in the game. They're looking to go and take a chunk of this because they know there's big money in it. This is the future. They're not going to sit on the sidelines and wait while other people play in their sandbox. They're not going to let that happen. They're slow moving, but when they move, they hit hard. And I think that's going to give Coinbase a lot of competition. You're going to have other brokerage firms that are going to be doing this as well. Again, additional competition. I don't think it's going to be an easy road for them. I don't think they're going to go and just grab everything and grab market share and just go from there. There are a lot of things, a lot of moving parts with it. I think Coinbase is going to take some time, and they're going to need to adjust their business model to actually, be competitive with the other brokerage firms that are getting into the game. when you're playing in a field, in a box, and you basically haven't been challenged too much before, but now you're going to be challenged on a bigger scale. And more importantly, you have to report all this stuff. You just can't go and do things quietly. Now you have to report it. You're a publicly traded company. You have to report it. So let's see what happens there. Okay. And with Binance, in case you don't know, Binance is an exchange that's based in Malta. And the reason it's based in Malta is because the regulation is kind of light over there. And they have a money transfer license and everything that goes on there. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to make things happen. The issue with it is that you have, other, regulatory bodies in other countries that could easily come in and create a lot of problems for them. So they're doing it the way they need to. And again, for them to go make a deal with Tesla, and offer fractional shares via a tokenization is going to be a different animal. And you may see more and more companies do this. Puts them in control, more control of of what they're doing. Now, how it's working out and how the stock is being exchanged, I don't know the particulars with that. I'm sure that's going to come to light shortly. It can't just be the company selling treasury stock. I don't think that is going to be the case. So we're going to see how that's going to work out. All right. Bitcoin, I've said this time and time again, you have, people think that Bitcoin is going to replace currency, and it's not. Get it in your heads. It's not going to replace the US dollar, euro, or any other currency that's out there, any other fiat currency. But what Bitcoin does, they are a store of value. It's like owning gold or anything of value that accrues in value over time. And that's what you have in your hands. This is why you're not going to see people buying Bitcoin to go buy milk or bread or this or that. They're not going to do it. You may have people that own Bitcoin that had it at $20, at $50, $100. Maybe they're going to go buy a Tesla. Maybe they're going to go buy something because, they made their money. They're looking to cash out. Okay. But when you're talking about people going in there and physically buying it, it's going to be problematic, because the settlement time takes too long. Even if you have a custodian doing it, okay, typically, it takes time to do that. And the thing is, too, is that if you own something, and let's say you buy it at 55, and you go to buy something, and all of a sudden the thing is at 65,000, and your transaction didn't settle yet, what are you going to do? You're going to just let it go, or you're going to try to cancel it? So, and can you cancel it? Probably not. So it's the same things on the reverse. If you go and you pay for something and say it's 55, then it goes down to 45. What can the buyer do, or actually the seller do at that point? So there are a lot of things that make me look at it as it should be looked at, as a store of value. It's not a stock. It's something that'll accrue in value over time, I believe. And this is why you're going to see more people willing to go and accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment, because they're not cashing out on it. They can go hold it and let it accrue in value, and hopefully it brings more to the table for them. And that's what you're looking at. Okay. Kraken, was it Jesse Powell? He's the CEO of Kraken. He said, and I agree with this, he said that there are going to be crackdowns on the cryptocurrency space. I thought this for a long time, and I think it's coming. I think regulation is going to come. It's going to change things somewhat, and all the the cryptocurrencies that are out there that have no utility, that are not doing anything, that are not being used for a thing, they're going to fall by the wayside. You have to look at that. You have to look at what the let me just fix my thing here. You have to look at what the value is there. What are they being used for? What is this crypto being used for? Is it being used for something? Is it not being used for something? Is it something that people are buying, for nothing? Okay, you have to look at what the value, what the utility is with these cryptos. Ripple. I want to touch on Ripple. Been speaking about that, and I said this, that Ripple itself, the company, does some amazing things. They, when they issued their crypto, and this is the only thing that really threw me off, is that I don't think it was ever clear to people that XRP was not representing the stock, the company itself. Okay, that's the only issue that I see there. But again, ever since then, I mean, the coin's been trading. It's been trading like crazy. I mean, this is what it does. It goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways. It's like a crazy penny stock that's bouncing up and down. But I don't see too many people complaining about it. So if they're not complaining about it and they understand what's happening, the people that originally got in are out and they cashed out. So where's the complaint? Where's the complaint? Ripple, I think that they're going to continue to win these battles because, granted, what happened way, way, way back when and how things began, there were no regulations in place. You can't go and make a regulation up, 2 years later and come back and revert it. It's like saying that, hey, you just sold a pound of weed today, and you're going to jail today, but the law changes in a year, and are you going to reverse that ruling, that sentence? And that has not happened. Same thing with prohibition and what has happened there. So these are things that people should realize. You can't go and take a law and put it into effect and go back in time. You don't have a time machine. You can't do it. If something transpired, it transpired. If it was legal or not legal, whatever the case may be, you can fight the point. But I don't think that they did anything that was illegal. I don't think that they did anything that warranted MoneyGram to pull out. I think that was stupid of them to do that. Maybe they pulled out temporarily, but Ripple, as far as dealing with with making money transfers better, quicker, cheaper, they have it. They have it. Okay, so I think that the company itself is going to be strong. I think that that company should probably go public at some point, maybe. But then they have to rebuild everything, and maybe that's not a good thing either. Who knows? But I think that they're going to win these battles. It's going to take some time, but they will have victories. They'll have a couple of losses, but at the end of the day, they'll get back their stride. And again, does it impact XRP itself? No. Understand it doesn't. What Ripple does has nothing to do with XRP. That's it. End of story. Okay, so now we went over Tesla stock tokens, Ripple, Coinbase, Bitcoin, and crypto. When you're looking at crypto, look for the utility. If you have a utility there, then you're in the win column. Okay, and that's about it for this edition of Money Never Sleeps. Okay, I'm gonna come back to, and I think I'm gonna be speaking more and more about this. I didn't want to, but it's like I'm kind of. I have to, because there are a lot of things going on. It's dynamically changing. This thing with Tesla and the stock tokens is new, and you're going to see more of this. And this is where it gets interesting. Look, you have Jim Cramer, CNBC. He's putting it out there. Pay me in Bitcoin. I mean, joking or not, the point is that everyone is on board. They understand. Not everyone, but a lot of people on board. They understand the dynamics of what Bitcoin represents. Okay, and the line has been drawn. The future's in front of us. The digital future's there. Okay, just keep watching it, and don't just watch. You have to get involved in the activity. Again, you have. I guarantee you have cryptos that are out there that you haven't heard about, that haven't been widely publicized, that are sitting there, and they have a utility, and all of a sudden, boom, they're going to spring up on you. Okay, but you got to make sure, again, they have the utility. But I'm telling you, they're there, and they're going to be coming out. So keep an eye out for them. All right, on that note, I am done for this episode of Money Never Sleeps. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back with you with another segment later on this week. Take care.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.
All opinions expressed by Luis Velazquez on the Money Never Sleeps radio show and its website are solely his opinions and do not reflect the opinions of the UCW radio show or their parent company or affiliates, and may have been previously disseminated by him on television, radio, internet, or another medium. You should not treat any opinion expressed by him as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of his opinion. His opinions are based upon information he considers to be reliable, but neither the UCW radio show nor its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries warrant its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. The UCW radio show, Luis Velazquez, its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries are not under any obligation to update or correct any information provided on the radio show or on the website. His statements and opinions are subject to change without notice. No part of his compensation from the UCW radio show is related to the specific opinions he expresses. Please read the full disclaimer on MoneyNeverSleepsRadio.com.